All right, well, hello again. Welcome back to Better Living Concepts. This is our book club series that we are still trucking through. Sunfood Diet Success System by David Wolfe. My name is Ryan, and this is my wife Janine, and we are super glad you're here, still with us on this book. It's been a long journey, but it's been well worth it. Yes. Something extraordinary, I think, in the pages of this book. So we're currently on lesson 29. This is the law of attraction, and it's a short one, but as with all of his work so far, it doesn't disappoint in any way, shape, or form. It's loaded, very packed. So with that, let's go ahead and listen to the reading, and then we'll come back on the other side with our thoughts on that. Lesson 29, the law of attraction. To bring anything into your life, imagine that it's already there. Richard Bach, Illusions. The law of attraction is 1. Universal. It operates everywhere. 2. Eternal. It is ongoing. And 3. Absolute. It operates whether you know it or not. Your mind is a living magnet. You automatically draw people, things, and circumstances into your life in harmony with your dominant thoughts and desires. Every person, all the animals in your life, and every object you have are here because you have chosen to draw them here. The law of attraction demonstrates that you will experience whatever you hold in your conscious mind long enough and deeply enough. Whatever your goals, whomever you want to meet, the law will magnetize them into your life. The more emotional and spiritual intensity you attach to your thoughts, the quicker that desire becomes reality. Recall the following words from Lesson 1, the principle of life transformation. Quote, "Health is not something we can get, rather it is something we attract by the person we become. If we chase after health, it will elude us like a butterfly. However, if we calmly attract health by becoming the type of person who can be radiantly healthy, it will land upon us with a most radiant flutter." Unquote. Health attracts health. Happiness attracts happiness. Prosperity attracts prosperity. This is in absolute harmony with the foundational law that things produce more of their own kind. The happier you are, the happier are the people around you. Things do not balance out. Success breeds more success. Failure breeds more failure. Like attracts like. It is the cosmic law again. Each produces more of its own kind. We can only attract to ourselves a vibration that mirrors our present consciousness. Your present environment is a mirror reflection of yourself at this time. Your surrounding environment is constantly being recreated as your life progresses. Everything you have in your life right now is only a duplication of what you subconsciously believe you deserve. You were created in the divine image, and you possess with you the spark of that creative power with which, consciously or unconsciously, you create the conditions around you. You are always a creator of circumstance and never a creature of circumstance. You are at the cause, not at the effect. Those people who feel they will be alone eating raw foods might want to think things differently. Most people think at the effect side of things. They believe there are no other raw foodists out there, so they can excuse themselves from going all the way. Or they excuse themselves by claiming high-quality organic fruits and vegetables are not available. The truth is, they are always on the cause side of things, and by the law of attraction, they are in every moment attracting to them the reality that they expect. If you eat raw, then you would attract other raw foodists, and not before. If they committed to finding the highest quality organic food, they would attract it, and not before. The change must first come within you, and then you will attract what you need. Highly advanced beings in all fields walk the planet Earth. How do you meet them? How do you learn from them? You must learn to match their frequency and attract them into your life. I have heard the stories of many people all over the world who persisted forward. They felt lonely, isolated by their diet, and thus created that reality. However, as they persisted and the Sun Food delivered its effect, their vibration changed, as did their consciousness. Even in the most remote locations, other raw foodists would show up in their lives. You'll be absolutely astonished by how many people are into raw foods, or are willing to go raw with you when you reach the right frame of mind. You attract into your life those with a message for you. The message that, quote, when one is ready for a thing, it presents itself, unquote, is proved by the indisputable fact that you have picked up this book and that you have found me at precisely the right time for you. Embrace the law of attraction. Accelerate your transition. Become more social. Meet new dynamic people. Attract into your life beautiful people and relationships by becoming beautiful inside. Pair up with those, especially a lover, who are headed in the same direction as yourself. Employ the mastermind principle as discussed in Lesson 27. The most attractive thing you can do is smile. Everyone knows that a beautifully happy being is a sight to behold. A smile profoundly affects all who see and feel it. Like the sun, a smile brightens the entire day. The most powerful vibration you can send out is love. Love is the very essence of the law of attraction. The most blessed, beautiful people are those who continually send out love vibrations towards all the living plants and creatures around them. By sending out love, you always make the world a better place to live for all of the earth's precious creatures. Learn to love. Love helps heal every injury, every illness. Let love emanate from your being. Let your spirit sing with a newfound love for life. Love is magical. It is the greatest gift and the most powerful force in the universe. Love withheld in the past or present lies somewhere at the root of all psychosomatic illness. Attempting to compensate for the lack of love causes erratic, neurotic behavior. Love withheld cascades down from the emotional body into the mental body, causing neurosis, and from there it slides into the physical body in the form of illness. In simple terms, love deprivation causes sickness. Love is necessary to our being. It is our most vital sun food. It supports us, sustains us, gives us the power to overcome. You never can tell what a loving word can mean to someone. Speak loving, caring words to friends and family members, especially when they are ill, and they will become healthier. They will be physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually uplifted. Send out waves of loving energy. We know by the laws of karma that what we put out comes back to us multiplied. As much love as you put into your interactions, that is how much love comes directly back to you. To be loved, we have to love ourselves. Loving yourself is very healthy. Only when we love ourselves do we have enough love to give away. By giving love, we then receive love. Action steps, the law of attraction. 1. 2 key points to live by daily. Stop chasing. Start attracting. Stop striving. Start arriving. Number 2. Ask yourself, what will it take for me to love myself completely in every facet of my being? Record the answer in your journal. When you love yourself, your journey through life will be so much more enjoyable, and you can start to love others as well. And number 3, stop taking everything so seriously. A seriousness addiction plunders the joy of life. All right. Wow.
That was really good.
Yeah. This is actually kind of one of my favorite lessons that he has placed in this book, I think. Yeah.
I think it is kind of key.
Yeah. And I think, just the fact that he's hit on the love element of it. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into that as we get through the comments here. But
in terms of its place in this book, he does say towards the end that love is necessary to our being. It is our most vital sun food.
Yes.
So from that perspective,
that's really kind of interesting. The whole idea of love in and of itself being a sun food. The need that we as a human species have.
Oh, yes.
For the experience of love.
Yes.
We were told in Scripture to love our neighbor as ourselves, and of course that requires us to love ourselves. But just how many studies have been done and that we've come across over the years where just the idea of touch, for example, and the importance of that. So just the concept of love.
That makes me think of the warmth of the sun, right? And love and caring are, sometimes referred to, right, as warmth.
Yeah.
So it does, you do feel that throughout your whole being when you love and are loved.
That's right.
It's penetrating.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Very much so. So right at the beginning here,
and it helps things to grow.
Yeah. That's a great point too.
Yes.
That kind of, I think we've hit on this before in previous chapters or previous lessons where we saw a study that was done of 2 glasses of water side by side.
Yeah.
And on one you would put love,
positive words,
something positive on the word, and the other glass sitting next to it would actually resonate with that. You could tell that there was, when you look at that under analysis, that other glass,
the molecules of the water do change.
They change. So
wow, that's something to remember.
Yeah.
And that our bodies are so much water, right?
Absolutely. So that's why it's important that when you're in close proximity, you're sharing love.
Yes.
Right?
And that you're next to somebody who's loving.
Yeah. I'm down. Okay, so lesson 29, law of attraction. To bring anything into your life, imagine that it's already there. Richard Bach, Illusions. Imagine that it's already there.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a spiritual principle, right?
Very much so.
Yeah, definitely a spiritual principle.
Yeah.
So I liked he mentions here that it's not fair. So you're like a magnet. Where did I see that? Basically that it's not balanced.
I think that's over here. Do not balance out. Things do not balance out.
Yes, things do not balance out. Success breeds more success. Failure breeds more failure.
Right.
Like attracts like. It's the cosmic law again. Each produces more of its own kind.
I think that concept in and of itself, that that the things produce after their own kind. We see that everywhere in creation.
Yeah.
I mean, even the very beginning of Scripture, we're told that birds will produce after their own kind, cattle will produce after them, and the same is true in the plant world.
Yeah.
Right, and the same is true in the conceptual world, if you will, where if we lead with love, love will return. If we lead with hate, hate will return. And there's nothing more powerful. There's no more powerful expression of that, I think, than what we're seeing in our world today.
Oh.
You know, if you consider the division and the hate that's being propagated, we're getting so much more of it.
That's true.
So what we need to do as a people, as a society, is to lead with love.
Yes.
And really, there's nothing more important than that.
Wow.
We need to be in a mind frame of healing, and healing our relationships and our countries and so I think leading with love is
families.
Oh, families, yes,
so important. All relationships. Yeah.
So I would say just keep that in mind. When you're considering the law of attraction, so many people think about it in terms of what can I get?
Yes.
You know, how can I be more prosperous? It's all about kind of the prosperity message. But it's really not. You know, it's really more about healing the world.
Yes.
Right?
The change must first come within you, and then you will attract what you need.
Yeah, exactly that.
So, I mean, you know, the same applies to healing the world, right?
Yes.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. That's a
Goodwill to all men.
Yeah, good 70s song.
Exactly. Well, right there, you were created in the divine image, and you possess within you the spark of that creative power with which, consciously or unconsciously, you create the conditions around you.
Yes.
Do you want love around you, or do you want hate around you?
Love. Thank you.
Right? Yeah, powerful. Yeah, health attracts health. Happiness attracts happiness. Prosperity attracts prosperity. Not to disparage that at all, because that's just what a lot of people use this law for.
Yes.
But we just need to be mindful that it's much larger than that. There's much more involved.
Yeah, the most powerful vibration you can send out is love. It's the very essence of the law of attraction. Love helps heal every injury, every illness. Let love emanate from your being. Let your spirit sing with the newfound love for life. Love is magical. It is the greatest gift and the most powerful force in the universe. The most powerful force in the universe.
That's right. Love withheld in the past or present lies somewhere at the root of all psychosomatic illness.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's the other side of the coin.
Yeah,
right?
lack of it.
Yeah.
The want of it.
And you know, that makes me think of, I mean, every person who's ever existed, you know, and of course I'm thinking about us today, but we've all had situations in life that have been traumatic.
Yeah.
Maybe we've had a wrong done to us when we were kids, or you know, maybe our relationships with our family was not positive. And I think we've touched on this in previous lessons too, and how important it is to actually go back and only from the perspective of being able to root that out. And that's done by love, right?
Yeah.
You have to, you know, there's forgiveness involved in that. But again, it's the leading with love, I think, that is paramount.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To the healing process. Yeah. Wow, right there. Attempting to compensate for the lack of love causes erratic, neurotic behavior. Love withheld cascades down from the emotional body into the mental body, causing neurosis. And from there it slides into the physical body in the form of illness. Yeah.
Love deprivation causes sickness.
Yeah. So leading with love, that's what it's really all about.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's a great chapter, a great lesson.
Yeah.
So his action steps are 2 key points to live by daily. Stop chasing and start attracting. Stop striving, start arriving. Oh, there was one thing I remember seeing here. Oh, yeah, it's at the lesson 1, the principle of life, when he's recapping that. However, if we calmly attract health by becoming the type of person who can be radiantly healthy, it will land upon us with the most radiant flutter. Health is not something we can get, rather it's something we attract by the person we become. If we chase after it, it will elude us like a butterfly. But if we calmly attract health. So, the whole idea of the serenity of it, the calmness of it. Yeah.
That's good.
What will it take for me to love myself completely in every facet of my being? Record the answer in your journal. When you love yourself, your journey through life will be so much more enjoyable, and you can start to love others as well.
Yeah. And stop taking everything so seriously.
Yeah.
That's such good advice.
Yeah.
A seriousness addiction plunders the joy of life.
Yes. So, back to this second action step. It does make me think of the whole concept of forgiveness and grace and your faith, right? What will it take for you to love yourself? That question right there, I mean, it can be a religious one, right? Ultimately.
Spiritual in nature.
Yes, definitely. So, lots there.
Yeah, I think that's probably a question that somebody could spend a lot of time on.
Yeah.
You could do a deep dive and then do a deep dive on that deep dive and just go down deep.
What will it take for you to love yourself?
Yeah. And I think I think a lot of that will hinge on forgiveness. There will be times where we need to forgive ourselves, and there will be times we need to forgive others.
And knowing that we have been forgiven, I think that that really does lend itself to your faith. I mean, the Christian faith is based on that concept of forgiveness, right?
That's right.
So lots to unpack here, I think, and to reflect. If someone is going to do the second action step, that's a very important one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that he did all this in 3 pages.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just amazing to me. I mean, he just
a wonderful lesson.
No fluff.
Yeah. I hope we can keep this in our consciousness.
Yeah. Well, we can. I mean, and I think when you do the journaling and you do the work, it becomes solidified.
Yes.
Right in your being. And so I think that's good. And of course, he ends with a couple poems, but.
Oh, okay. I thought I did. So maybe I did read that one already. That's pretty long.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we stop there?
Yeah, I think that's a good solid lesson. And that was lesson 29. And law of attraction. And again, so many people think of the law of attraction as this sort of thing that we can do. But as he was so diligent here to lay down the idea that it's much more than what can I get, the idea of what can I get from the law of attraction. It really, I think actually it's more about what can I give.
Yeah.
And of course, from all of the different, the Tony Robbins of the world, the Dean Graciosis and whatever, their whole message is the same. It's about service to others, right? But the service to others starts with ourselves, right? We have to love ourselves so that we can love.
Yes.
Yeah, so. Well, very good. Thank you so much again for joining us on this short chapter, Lesson 29, Law of Attraction. We hope that you found some value here, and I really hope that you dive deep on the action steps and see what you can learn about yourself and how you can put love out into the world around you, how you might be able to heal some relationships or just bring healing to the world on the whole. And that starts with our local communities. And so leading with love, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, until next time.
Stay your health, joy, and wealth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, lesson 30 is where we're headed next. And lesson 30 is the mystery of sex transmutation revisited. Seeds must live.
Okay, yeah. I may read this poem.
Oh, you want to do that now?
Yeah, I think I will. Okay, the law of attraction. It is operating always in greater or lesser forms. It directs the roaring majesty of deep blue tropical storms. It masters mighty mountains and rolls each grain of sand. It alters the course of rivers and pulls the tide to land. It summons bee to flower and drone to honey queen. It is felt by primal wisdom, but rarely is ever seen. It may shift its shape and shape its shift to bring two eye to eye. Try to grasp its power, it eludes like a butterfly. It calls the bird to the tree, it lays the eggs in the nest, it turns the tides of fortune and never does it rest. It lingers in the mortal world and filters through the dust. To bond a fated pair, it takes the form of lust. The law is organic power captured by clean living, drawing forth nature's favor when love is what you're giving. Like and like beget, birds of a feather attract. That purer bodies captivate is the ever certain fact. Success attracts success, fortunes rising higher, people, places, things in harmony with your desire. When you are ready for what you want, when you truly believe you deserve it, all the resources will show up with the people to support it. Help is ever on the way, drawn by your conviction. When you are absolutely certain, you call the cosmic law to action. The law is eternal, a mysterious magical charm. Multiplying life, it creates a jungle from a farm. Nothing circumvents its pull, not one escapes its force. Nothing is by chance, it is part of every source. It brings a hand to hand, it touches a paw to paw. Primal love vibrations, the mistress of cosmic law. It magnetizes masterminds and shapes the destiny of worlds. It spins the cosmic froth about and giggles in little girls. It is nature's gravitation, method of motivation, modus of procreation, concept of creation. The law of attraction, the logic of the spheres. Desire a thing deep enough, and it suddenly appears.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was a poem by David Wolfe.
Yes, really good one.
Right.
So we'll see if we put it in here or not.
Yeah. Well, thanks again. Lesson 30 is coming up next, and we look forward to seeing you then.
Here's to your health, joy, and wealth.
Good night.